Welcome to Reactor Factor, the game show where we ask everyday people energy questions. I'm your host, David Shapey. Let's meet the contestants. Contestant number 1, who are you and where are you from?
I'm Kyle Brofilowski. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I want to go to Disneyland. I'm here to win, sir.
All right. Contestant number 2.
My name is Miley, and I'm from the USA.
Contestant number 3.
I'm Ashley, and I'm from Austin, Texas.
All right, contestants, this is how the games works. There's going to be 3 categories. The first category is going to be worth 75 points, and it's going to be power plant questions. The second category is going to be energy questions, and it's going to be worth 100 points. The last category is 2 questions, and it's worth 150 points, and it's about carbon footprint. All right, let's start off with the power plant questions. Here's the first question. How many commercial nuclear reactors are there in the U.S.? 5, 27, 75, or 104? Contestant number 1.
That would be 104.
75. 27.
Question number 2. How many coal-fired power plants are there? 188, 457, 615, and 891. Contestant number 1.
615.
615. 457.
The U.S. currently has 104 commercial nuclear reactors in operation today. The state of Illinois has the most commercial nuclear reactors with 11, and Pennsylvania is second with 9. Texas currently has 4 commercial nuclear reactors, 2 at Comanche Peak and 2 at the South Texas Project. Pennsylvania is the state with the most coal-fired power plants in operation with 40. However, Texas leads the nation in electricity generation from coal-fired power plants with over 148,000 gigawatt hours generated annually. Here are the current reactor factor standings. Now back to David for round 2.
On to the energy uses questions. Here's question number 1. How much energy does the United States use? 100,000 BTU, 500 million BTU, 900 billion BTU, or 99 quadrillion BTU?
I would have to say 900 billion BTU.
What is 900 billion BTU? 100,000 BTU.
On to the second question of energy usage. What percentage of energy does the United States use compared to the total energy usage of the world? 12%, 15%, 20%, or 28%?
20%.
28%. 12%.
And here's the last question for energy usage. Out of coal, natural gas, petroleum, nuclear energy power, and renewable energy, which has the highest source of energy in the United States?
Definitely petroleum. Definitely.
What is petroleum? Petroleum.
According to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, we consumed over 99.3 quadrillion BTUs of energy in 2008, which is equivalent to over 29 million gigawatt hours. We currently contribute to 20% of the world's energy usage. The majority of our energy comes from petroleum, which contributes to 37% of our energy use. Natural gas and coal round out the top 3, and nuclear power only contributes to 9% of our total energy usage. The worldwide energy consumption is expected to increase by 50% from 2006 to 2030, with the increase due to the increased use of energy in developing nations. Here are the reactor factor standings after 2 rounds. Now back to David for the third and final round of the reactor factor.
On to the last 2 questions. These 2 have the topic of carbon footprint. Here's the first question. Approximately how many Cowboys stadiums full of CO2 does the United States produce from a coal-fired power plant? 100,000, 200,000, 400,000, or 600,000?
400,000 Dallas Cowboys stadiums.
Is it the old Cowboy Stadium or the new one?
New.
400,000. 400,000.
Here's the last question of the game. What is the total carbon footprint per unit of energy for a nuclear power plant? 10 tons per gigawatt hour, 15.42 tons per gigawatt hour, 16.8 tons per gigawatt hour, or 33 tons per gigawatt hour?
15.4 tons per gigawatt hour.
What are 33 tons per gigawatt hour?
10 tons per gigawatt hour.
With such an increase in demand for energy and lack of alternative energy sources, the worldwide carbon dioxide emissions are expected to increase by 25% in 2030 from 2006. According to the Energy Information Administration, coal-fired power has the highest CO2 emissions per unit of electricity produced of all the major electricity generating fuel sources. For every kilowatt hour produced from coal, 960 grams of CO2 is emitted into the atmosphere. Of the green energy sources, nuclear has the highest level with 66 grams emitted per kilowatt hour. The majority of the CO2 emitted from nuclear power comes from mining and transportation of the nuclear fuel.
All right, let's see who the winner is. In third place with 250 points, contestant number 3, Ashley. In second place with 325 points is Miley. So that means the winner is, with 800 points, Kyle.
I'm going to Disneyland.